Parliament continues its quest to find out if alleged human rights violations happening in Xinjiang, China, can be called genocide. The Lords want to have former judges on a committee making that call. Eddie Aiken reports.
A group of peers is pushing to have former judges on a committee that will determine whether a genocide is taking place in China's Xinjiang region.
And that the best people to do that are judges who are well equipped and skilled in assessing evidence in an independent way. We were very keen that our own high courts might be involved, but government is not very keen on that.
The government prevented Parliament from writing into law that the High Court or a parliamentary judicial committee could make preliminary rulings on genocide.
What we've suggested as an alternative is that a committee of the House of Lords is created on which senior retired judges would sit and could fulfill that function of determination as to whether there is indeed a genocide in progress in Xinjiang province.
Benedict Rogers of the Conservative Party Human Rights Commission says it's a very welcome move.
There are many very eminent retired judges in the House of Lords who are some of the most experienced judges in the world, and the House of Lords would be entirely within its rights to form such a committee.
Former Tory leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith also applauded the idea. Lord David Alton proposed a genocide amendment last year to the UK's post-Brexit trade bill in order to prevent the UK from entering trade deals with genocidal countries. After 3 rounds of negotiations and compromises, MPs on the 22nd of March narrowly voted in favour of a government version which designates a parliamentary committee. The author of the government's amendment told Parliament last week that current rules wouldn't prohibit ex-judges from being put on that committee.
And that could, of course, from the crossbench members of the other House, include members of the House of Lords with former judicial experience, but they will be there as members of the House, not as former judges, and that's their proper constitutional position.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Saturday met with 5 parliamentarians who China put on a sanctions list last week, including Lord Alton, Baroness Kennedy and Duncan Smith. The sanctions followed the UK's sanctioning of 4 Chinese officials over Xinjiang. Johnson wrote on Twitter, "I stand firmly with them and the other British citizens sanctioned by China." Eddie Aitken, NTD News.